Okay, guys, any question? Any question from the previous exercises? I think I've done that. If not, we can continue, inshallah. Jayid. So next we have at-tadrib al-thani, right? The second exercise. I think these exercises, we tend to skip them because this is a pronunciation. I'm pretty sure you guys probably practicing them or you already know them. Here, just showing the difference between ha and kha, right? Hadiqa and kharita. If you need help, you can go through them. We'll just skip it. Then we have at-tadrib al-thalith, the third exercise. It says ajib. Ajib means to answer. Yeah, like before, I don't want to do all of them, maybe just some of them, just to give you an idea how to do these exercises, and you should try, definitely should try. And if you have any question or you get stuck, you can always ask me. The first one, let's do the first one. It says, Aina jalasat al-usratu ba'da salat al-isha. Who knows the answer? Aina jalasat al-usratu ba'da salat al-isha. Where did the family sit after the Isha prayer? It was where? One second. It was. Anybody remember? I think it was fi madkhal madkhalil bayt fi madkhalil bayt, right? Remember they said in the front entrance of the house, right? Then the next one, it says ماذا تعمل الأسرة في المساء. What does the family do? You have to careful, make sure you're picking up your verb tenses, the past tense and present tenses. So what does the family do in the evening time? There's two ways to answer, right? If you're talking about the family as a group, what they do, or you want to say what does each family member do, right? So I think the first one would be easy. What do? They do exactly what the first sentence said, or the question said, right? So they sit, yeah, they sit, yeah, you can just say, did anything particularly said what they do in the Masa? I don't remember. I think they're just simply talking about, yeah, fil masa. So I think so by masa here they mean after the Isha prayer, right? Which could also be layl, at night, but I think this is the context what they're trying to say. So you can just say, just to make this thing very simple, you can just say al usratu tajlisu fil masa. Or you can just say tajlisu, fi madkhalil bayt. You can just say the same thing. It's a simple sentence, honestly. Only thing what you're doing is making this jalasat into present tense. Okay, I think that should be fine. Let's do a couple of more. Mada yaqra'ul abu fil masa. What does he do? He reads what? What does he read? He reads newspaper, right? Did you guys memorize the newspaper word? Anybody know? I'll just write. You can say yaqra al-ab, then say al-jara'id, or here I'm just writing al Al-jara'id. Al-jara'id. Yes. Now question, what do we put here? Here. What is the Arab? I mean, what do we yeah, you can say akhbar, that's fine. He reads the news, or with the context it will make sense. So my question here is that what haraka do we put in the dal? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Is it? Yeah, it is standalone. Somebody asked you what? Yes, it's fatha. Good. Why is it fatha? Because you're asking a question, what does he do? Object, yes. Object or yaka. Excellent. So you guys are getting it. Good. I'm not gonna go through all of them, guys. I'm not going to go through all of them. And some of them are just you just have to go back to the text. That text is really good. It's not difficult at all, but it has some ways, how they switch between what they're doing into they get into the stories, and they, then he reads the stories, then the further conversation. So there's a little bit context switching is happening. Okay, so that's something probably new to you guys. As far as I know, in this book we didn't have something like that, so you have to get used to that. But overall, the text was fairly simple. There were only maybe a few words that were a little bit difficult, like ajaba. So you should go back. Here, the question is I think it's in the text. ماذا قال الأب لابنه? So here's a little bit interesting. They changed from the walad to ibn. Big deal, right? We know that walad and ibn, they can mean exactly same thing in the context, right? So what did the father say to his son? And here, just a quick question, what is the like relationship between these two words? What is the construction? How do they relate, these two words? We have ibnihi, forget about the li's for ibnihi and al-ghabi. The li ibnihi, this word and this word, I want to know their relationship. Yes, but my question is, how do you know their sifa? Because remember, when you say sifa, everything has to match the definiteness. So how do you know this is definite? I know this is a definite. How do you know this is definite? Just like, in English, when we say my book is definite, or if we say book of Muhammad is definite, but sometimes we can say book, like a book of a boy. Those are not definite. So this is something we haven't had this situation. We can talk about later. It cannot be idafa if the first term has a kasra also. No, that's not true. Where did you get that rule from? The first one always takes whatever it should take based on the grammar. Meaning it can only thing, I think what you mean is that it cannot take tanween, right? It cannot. So for example, we have li. A good question, actually. These are the things like we hear, but we really have to see often and think about this in practical way. So we have a li, which is a preposition, so we should get a kasra. So this is the word. Okay, so basically we have li plus ibn. What? Yes, ibn, and then plus we have who, right? So when we have li, we have to do something about this one. If there wasn't any who, then it would be ibnin, right? Now, because we have who, that means now it's idafa. So what we have to do is that we cannot put a tanwin, so we say li ibni. But I told you that this rule before, that when you have this ha, like any ha, third person ha, like whom, who, huma, if it is if the haraka before it has a kasra, then although it was who, it will get a kasra, just for the sake of easy pronunciation. I think I've explained this one before, right? So that's why we're getting kasra here. But we have li ib, nihi. That is the proper, right? Makes sense? But a lot of things are happening, guys. Here, you don't underestimate. I think you guys are taking for granted, which is good. Eventually, you will just know what's going on. But if you think about this, a lot of things are happening here. You have a preposition, you have mudaf, then you have a mudaf ilayhi, and then we have an adjective of this whole idafa. Okay, so it's a little bit interesting what's happening here. Jayid. So it says ماذا قال الأب لابنه الغبي. So what did he say to the stupid boy? عندما قال كنت في سوق. So answer is right there, right? So what did he answer? What did he say? So you can go back. He asked him to put alif lam and all of these things. You can read through it. Here he says متى قامت الأسرة للنوم. Remember, we have two types of when. You have mata here and we have عندما. Right, عندما comes when we are talking about non-question form, like when something happened. But this mata is actually asking about the time, like when did it happen? I think it was 10, right, at night. Now, I don't find anything, what does it say? Mal kalimatu sahiha. What does it mean? Al kalimatu sahiha. What is sahih? Correct, yes. So what is the correct sound? Correct, yes, both of them are fine. So I think from this question, he's asking about, the son was keep on giving him wrong answer. So, and remember the text, he did not, we did not know what to say because he was keep on making mistake. He adds alif lam at the end, then he adds alif lam, all those things. But now they're asking, the book is asking you, what was or what is the correct answer? So what would be the correct answer when father asked him to put zid alif wa lam? What do you think? Of course, it would be as-suq. You guys are following? As-suq. So this would be the correct answer. Now, so this is the, what you say, for example, ماذا قال الأبناء للأبي والأم عندما أو عند النوم. What did you say? What is the expression? Remember, how do you say good night? Make sure you're learning this expression. تصبح على خير, right? تصبح على خير. Now, and for the female, we say تصبحين على خير. Now, Jade, I think these things you can easily pick up. So this thing, I don't want to do too much in the class because I want you to be forced to go back to the text and get the answers. Okay, so I think that should be enough for this exercise. You guys have any question from here? If not, we can move to the next exercise. You have to go back to the text, and most of the time, it would be, maybe you have to change a little bit of the grammar or the tense or pronouns here and there, but the answer would be pretty much straightforward from the book. Okay, so التدريب الرابع, the fourth exercise, هاتي أسئلة للأجوبة الآتية. What he's saying here, هاتي is give, right? Give, أسئلة is a question. Su'al is one question. As'ila is questions. Okay, su'al. This is you should know this one. Su'al. Okay, su'al, and which is a question. And as'ila is the plural of the su'al. Okay, and what is ajwiba? Ajwiba is a plural of jawab. Jawab. What is jawab? Answer. Answer. What is al-atiya? Atiya means the following, the coming. So basically saying the answer the questions for the following answers. So now they want you to do the other way around, right? So they give you the answers. Now you're supposed to make a question. So this is important in a way, because so that you can understand some of these questions tools that we have. For example, kam, hal, man. So how do we use them? So if someone says nam, the first one, nam ajabatil qissatu bakran. So what is the question tool we'll be using? First, select the question tool. Which one? The answer is nam ajabatil qissatu bakran. Every time you have nam, when we have even in English, what do we start with when we have yes and no? Every yes and no questions answer should start, the question should be yes, yes, that kind of question, or yes, this kind of question. So which one is it then? It would be kam, it would be hal, right? Kam is how much or how many, and the man is the who, and hal is the yes no question. Okay, hal. So now to form this one, we can say hal ajabatil qissatu bakran. Hal questions are very simple, honestly, because only thing you do is just replace this one and put hal, and you don't have to change anything. And then of course you put the question mark. Okay, you say hal ajabatil qissatu bakran, right? Then this is fine. The second one, it says Fatimatu tushahidu television. So what should be the question? Fatima is watching the TV. We have kaifa. What is kaifa? Let me write. Kam is how. You know this. How many or much. Man is of course who. And the hal, you know, the yes no question. It could be is, are, do. It depends on the context, right? So kaifa. What is kaifa? Anybody know what is kaifa? How? Yes. How? Good. Ma, of course, we know ma is what. And mother, what is mother then? If ma is what is mother? What also? Exactly. So what is the difference, guys? I think I might have mentioned the difference. What is the difference? Ma and mother. By and large, we use mother for verbs. You want to know what are you doing, versus you're saying what is it. Exactly. So if you want to know something about noun, what is it, then you say ma. And if you want to know what someone is doing, you say mother. So so if we want to ask about, yeah, it would be, if we want to say what is Fatima watching, then we would say what. This is the only answer we can pick up from based on what sentence we have. We will say Mada tushahidu Fatima, right? Mada tushahidu Fatima. What is Fatima watching? So it would be Mada. These ones are, this exercise is actually important, and it's not too trivial, because you have to do a lot of changes. Sometimes it would be easy, sometimes it's not. So you kind of have to spend a little bit time here. Only thing is that I don't want to spend too much time here. So let's see. I'll just write this one. Mother tushahidu. Sorry, tushahidu. Excuse me. So let's look at the third one. This one I want you to know, because I've been keep on asking you guys to memorize this term. If someone is giving you time, how do you ask for time? The number 3 is as-sa'atu al-ana thaminatu masa'an. So how do we ask about time? So yes, simple as kamisa. And since we have al-an here, you can say kamisatul ana. Yes. So this would be the answer. Let me only circle the right one. Okay. So it will be kamisatul ana. Make sense? This one I'm not going to write because I've explained this many times. Okay, so let's do the full one. Unwanul qissati al-waladul ghabi. So the title of the story is The Stupid Boy. So what do you think the question can be? If somebody's giving you this answer, what was the question? Why would somebody just tell you that? You might have asked him something. But limada would be also for the verb. For what reason? Right? So I don't think we talked about limada. Did we? Yes, of course. Limada is for what? For what? Okay. Yes, then answer would be ma. Yes. So limada is what? Yeah, maybe one day, maybe we should just keep on focusing on these words also. I don't know why I'm expecting that you guys know all of these words. Maybe you don't, because I don't think we have talked about too much separately about these words. But limada is when you're asking for what? Why did you do something? You want to know why. For what meaning why, right? So limada. So limada is that. But here we are asked the the answer is the title of the story is this. So we want to know what exactly. What was the title? So how do we ask? Huh? We just add a ma here. Ma unwanul qissa. You can just simply add here ma unwanul qissa. Then that is fine. Good. تنام الأسرة الساعة العاشرة مساء. So he's giving a time. So what would be, by the way, what is Hamza this? What is this Hamza? Hamza and this hal is exactly the same thing, okay? Is equal to hal. It is used for yes and no questions. Yes, harful istifham, yes. And it is used for yes, no question. Okay, so we don't have yes, no here, so it cannot be. Then we have mata and we have man. So what do you think? It's talking about time, so of course it will be mata, right? So you can just say mata tanamul usratu, and then up to here you say mata tanamul usratu. Let me skip few of them and then just do a random something. Okay, so let's do this one. Number 8. ترك الأب الجرائد ليسأل بكرا. First, I want someone to translate this one. It's not super easy, but it should be, you guys should be able to do this. ترك الأب الجرائد ليسأل بكرا. What do you think? Father left the newspaper to us. Yes, that's the question. So father left, this left here is almost comes as like put down something. He put down or the left the newspapers to ask. To ask would be proper, but that's fine. Bakar, exactly. Good job. So what do you think is the question then? Why would somebody say that? What you need to ask, maybe this is the last one, or maybe one more we'll do and then we'll move on. What do you need to ask in order to say mada? Yes. Okay, so you can say mada tarak al ab. Just ignore al jaraid because that would be the answer. Li yas ala bakran. Okay, so if we want to make this one properly, so we will add mada, and only thing we'll leave out al jaraid because that is the answer. Okay, one more and then we'll go to the next exercise. I mean, this is super easy. I'm pretty sure you guys know Ana mina Saudiya. So what would be the question? Huh? Somebody quickly do this one. If somebody says I'm from Saudi, so what would be the question? Min aina. Excellent. From where? Min from aina is where. So here's the aina here. Okay. So you can so okay, no, this one nine is interesting one. It says adhabu ila al-jamiati bil hafila. Oh yes, it's mistake. No. It's a good observation. It cannot be man. It has to be min. Okay. So number 9. Adhabu ila al-jamiati bil hafila. Dare I say someone translate this simple sentence? Anybody wants to translate this first? Good news by bus. Yes, excellent. So what would be the question? We talked about all of these words here. We have kaifa, mata, aina. Yes, kaifa. Good. So the question would be kaifa. Here you cannot say kaifa adhabu. You know, it's not gonna make sense. So you are asking someone, so it would be kaifa tadhabu. Okay, or tadhabina ila al-jamia. So that would be the question. Kaifa tadhabu. Just make sure you change your pronoun here. Kaifa tadhabu ila al-jamia. Let me see if we can make if you want to say aina, then you know the kaifa is the right answer. That's the right answer. But let me think if we can make it into aina. Then it would be it's not gonna work too much, but you know, then the focus would be ila al-jamia. But I think I mean, we can stretch and make it happen, but the kaifa makes a lot more sense. Jayed, guys, good job. And then we have at-tadrib al-khamis, the 5th exercise, fahmul maqru. This is also same thing as reading comprehension, meaning you know, understanding of the what has been read. Makru is something that has been read. So it says ضع علامة صحيح أمام الإجابة الصحيحة. Put this tick, correct tick mark, front of the correct answer. No. So let's see what it says. Number 1, بعد صلاة العشاء. Which one is the correct answer? After the prayer, what do they do? تجلس الأسرة في حجرة القراءة, or تجلس الأسرة في حجرة الاستقبال, or تجلس الأسرة في مدخل البيت. Of course, it would be مدخل البيت. Next one, I'll just put a number. You can simply give me which number, and I'm not going to translate them. Okay, I'll just put the number, and you tell me which one is the answer. Okay, so جلست البنت تقرأ الجرائد, تشاهد التلفزيون, تلعب بالطائرة. Well, this one, oh, you remember. Okay, this one, you know, you can get confused between the two, but I think the boy was playing with the plane. Yes, and the girl was watching. Excellent. Yeah, so this is the correct one. So number 3, قال الولد الغبي في المرة الأولى. Okay, so number 1 is كنت في سوق, كنت في سوقال, or كنت في السوق. Which one? Now, before you answer, what is this expression means? في مرة الأولى. What does it mean? You know all of these words. Just try to put it together and make sense, right? Sometimes you have to use the context. For the first time, yes, that's exactly what it means. So we know the marra, we use that many times in this book. Marra means times, like marratan wahida, thalatha marrat, how many times you take a meal. We talked about all of this. So marra, we are familiar with this. So, and ula, we also talked about awwal is for the masculine and ula is for the feminine. Okay, awwal and ula is the same thing. It's just the gender. So why is ula? Because it is coming as an adjective to the marra. It's just like how you said it in English, first time. So they're adjective phrase. So that's why it is coming as al-ula. Jade. So which one? What is the answer? One. Yes, of course. The first time he said kuntu fi suqin. Jade. Good. This is a fun one. Okay, so let's do next one. قال الأبناء شكرا لك يا أبي. Is that let's say? Well, it's not clear. Okay, maybe it is clear. I'll tell you why it's clear. Then afwan ya walidi or tusbihu ala khairin ya abi. Tusbihu ala khairin ya abi. Which one? Okay, so yeah, you're paying attention to the details. Everybody got that because the main thing is it's kind of tricky, especially the number one and number two, number three is tricky. And number two is cannot be the case because yeah, all of them could be, but how did you get that it's number three? Huh? What was the clue? Hmm? Good, that's good. So yeah, because the clue is the al-abna, the children. If you're following the story, the children said tusbih ala khair. But if they had put al-ibn, then it would have been a little bit confusing, because then we would be confused between one and two. It would be ambiguous. But from the textbook, they mentioned the children said to their father and mother, tusbih ala khair and tusbih ala khair, tusbihin ala khair. Now, جلس الأب يقرأ مجموعة من القصص يقرأ مجموعة من الجرائد ويتكلم مع سعيد. Okay, good one. So what is number 5? Yes, good. See what they did here. They're using a little bit. It's not exactly what's in the text, but now they're using a little bit here and there, so you can pick up the understanding of this majmu'ah, or by and large what's happening, what the father was doing, right? Because in the book, I don't think it says that the father was reading majmu'atan min al-jaraid. It just says, jaraid, right? And so here it would be, well, oh no, this would be the case, because if it says yatakallamu ma, who he was talking to, Bakr, right? So if it was yatakallamu ma Bakr, then I think this would have been a much better answer. But he wasn't speaking to Sa'id. Again, these are a lot of things has to do with the reading comprehension. That's why it says fahmul maqru is about your understanding of your reading. So so make sure when you read them next time, you're understanding what's going on. These things are a very good exercise. What does majmua? Majmua is a collection, a group or collection. Majmua is a group or collection. Okay. The last one here we have أعجبت القصة بكرا. Number 1, لأن الولد اختصر, or لأن الولد غبي, or لأن الولد أطال. I'm not going to say anything. You must answer these things because there's some words you have to know in order to know what the correct answer is. Okay, I have one answer. Anybody else? أعجبت القصة بكرا. So we should know what it means. لأن الولد اختصر, or لأن الولد غبي, وَلِأَنَّ الْوَلَدَ أَطَالَ. So we have 2. This is precisely, I think this one question is about your reading comprehension. Other one was very simple. This one is actually testing you, really, did you understand the story or not? Yes, it's not the number 2, it is number 3. It's not because he's we already know he's a stupid boy. We talked about it. By why did it? Because he's keep on prolonging something, right? Something that he was supposed to make it shorten, but he just keep on prolonging. So that is the whole interesting thing about the story, right? And now, so the answer should be number 3. Okay, so quickly, subhanallah. Okay, so let's quickly go through them. التدريب السادس, the 6th exercise says أكمل, complete. ترك الأب, again we'll just do few of them. ترك الأب الجرائد و what? So the father, if I remember correctly, the father left the thing and he was سأل, right? It would be سأل. كان لأحد الآباء ابن. What is ابن what? What goes here? كان لأحد آباء ابن what? What about kathir? What was the expression that we learned? Kathiru what? Kathiru what? How do we say someone who talks a lot? Talk a lot. Kathiru what, guys? Kathirul kalam. This is a very important word. Kathirul kalam. So, but what goes here? Think about the story. And the book did a little bit, change here, but it's not that big deal. Only thing the book did is instead of walad, he put ibn, which is the same thing. It would be Rabi, right? Rabi. نعم. قال الأب لابنه زد أليف ولام. الأليف واللام. قال, so it would be الأليف. You know this is very simple. It's in the text. قال الأب لابنه إذا تكلمت. So what would be here? What is the expression? Remember it says قال الأب لابنه إذا تكلمت. Then what? فاختصر, right? It says فاختصر. Let me do a few more from here. قال الأب اقرأ لي قصة. Okay, so this one, what do you think this one would be? This is the only one I'll do, and then we'll move on. اقرأ لي قصة blank يا بكر. Title of the book is not going to make sense here. One, we will have problem with grammar, but also if we say, for example, Ikra, read for me a story, then how do I say title of the book? Okay, if I say read for me a story, because remember, I'm saying we can have a problem with this word, a story, and then I cannot say the title of the read for me a story. So we need a little bit more stuffs here. If you say, like, if you want to put title of the book, we can work on it. We can say Ikra li qissatan min, then we have to say min min al qissa or min qissa, then we have to say al waladu al ghabi. So it would be it's doable, but it's let's see if we can do something else. I'll give you the word. Ajaba. Now give me exactly how it should be in proper grammatical form. Read for me a story that pleased you, oh Bakr, whatever. Okay, read for me. So read for me a story that pleased you, like one that pleased you. So this is the verb we have to work on. It's a little bit tricky, right? This verb, I told you, is a little bit tricky, but I wanted to see if you guys can pick up something. Like, especially I'm interested in the doer and the subject and the object. because all of them come inside this verb. So it will be what? Aja, but, and ajabatka. Ajabatka. Okay. So remember this whole crazy things. This ta is going for the fissa, and this kaf is your object. In, yes, ajabat ka. No, we don't need in. We don't need in. In would be, you mean in or inna? Meaning difference, right? Inna we don't need here. And I don't think we can use inna. Inna is usually count for noun. Okay. In is something else. Yes, if you say an, then okay, so you want I see what is, but this is not how we cannot use an here. You want to translate an that pleased you. No, this verb will do the whole thing. And after an, we usually have present tense. This is a past tense. A lot of grammatical issue, but I don't want to give you, overwhelm with you everything. But only thing is that this verb we have used many times. Okay, so if you understand, and this verb we use a lot in, especially in speaking in Arabic. A lot of time, we'll be using it. This I like this. It's simple as saying I like it. As simple sentence, a lot of time we say, we don't have, there's another way you can say uhibbu, but uhibbu, it has a love, like, both of them built in there. But if you want to say something, you like something watching, or the show you like, the book you like, you can say uhib. But this is a better way of saying that something it pleased you, right? Now, so pay attention to this word. I think you should. Jade, let me skip those. I think that should be fine for here. Okay, let's do few from At-Tadribu Sabi', the 7th exercise. Kawin jumalan, make sentences. Okay, remember jumal is the plural of jumla. Lam. Atala. What did he do? What did he's putting lam here? We haven't done lam here. Yakhtasir al-waladu. But what needs to be here is that we have to have another dash here. Otherwise, you guys going to get a problem, because you will think that you have to use this thing together, because it's not true. In fact, you cannot use this thing together. So make sure there is another dash here. Okay, so this is a separate word, because lam cannot come with the past tense. Okay, lam yakhtasir. Okay, good. We are in good track. Actually, the grammar, all of them is fine, but a little bit is good. It's very good attempt. I like it. Very nice. So let me see what she wrote. It says, by the way, we have to talk about this lam. So what is lam is doing? First of all, we know what ikhtasar, yakhtasir is, it's to, shorten. All of these things we know. Atal we just talked about, to prolong. So what is the lam? So they give this lam in the vocabulary sections, and we never found that word in the text. So I completely avoided, because this word is not easy to use. So we'll just talk about this one and then we'll wrap up, right? Because I have something to do. But this word is coming. So I'll just quickly explain, and later we can go more in detail. So lam is same thing. You can think of the easiest way I can explain what lam is: did not. this is like the most closest way I can explain to you. The whole thing did not. Not only not, did not. So now, when do we use did not? For the present tense or the past tense? We use did not for the present tense? Like in terms of when we talk about something. Did not, so it's a past tense, right? So we're negating something the past tense. But what is the verb that we use after did not? What verb? What tense? Present tense. So did not eat, did not do, did not sleep. We don't say did not slept, although we're talking about the past tense. That somebody did not sleep, you understand? So that is the trick. If you understand as a did not, you got the lam, because that's precisely how the lam is used. We will negate the past, but we'll be using the present tense. So that's why you cannot say lam atala, because atala is a past tense. It's not going to work. So we have to use the present tense. So when we say lam yakhtasir, then now it is in the past tense. So did not shorten. Although the yakhtasir is shortening or shortens in the present tense. You understand? Exactly the same usage. But there's one caveat, which is the grammatical issue, is that after lam, when you have a lam to the present tense, that tense will take a sukoon. Okay? So you cannot say yakhtasiru, because without the lam, we have yakhtasiru. But when the lam comes, it makes it into suk. Guys, I'm telling you, this is not something that we are learning. Okay, this is something that we're being exposed to. So make sure you understand this difference between this book. Otherwise, you will just completely get frustrated. Because I know a lot of you guys are coming from the Modena book and everything. Modena book, whatever they have in the conversation, they will explain to you in details. Right? So, but this is not the way this book is. And most of the books aren't like that. Binary ethic is not like that. Sometimes they will give explain, conversation. The book is not teaching anything. So this is just to expose you to this situation. But I'm telling you, you know me, I always give you a little bit more extra information, but not to overburden you, because these are not trick. If you think about, there's a lot of rules going on here. So, but at least you know it, but don't put upon onto yourself that's something that you have to really know. Otherwise, this chapter is not complete. No, that's not the case. Okay, so what we're saying is that lam is did not. And just like how we use lam with the present tense in English, this is what we do in Arabic as well. So lam yakhtasir. Lam, you want to say I did not go. Lam adhab. You say lam, you don't say dhahabtu. Dhahabtu means I went. You say lam adhab. Do you say adhabu? No, you say adhab with the sukun. Okay, just this is a minor thing. Inshallah, you will understand. Just keep in your mind something we're not studying, just keep in your mind. So that's the situation. So yes, so what sister wrote is fine. Let me see, scroll up. Lam yakhtasir. So this part is fine. So lam yakhtasir. But then she wrote li walid, what? Al waladu, lam yakhtasir al waladu wa atala. Yeah, you have it, but it's kind of like it should be the other way around, right? In a way, meaning we don't want to say that he did not. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. He did not. The boy did not shorten, and he prolonged. But I think it's fine. Yes. So you have. But I think the better way would be, I'm just trying to see that is it big deal or not, or anything. Better would be, you want to say أطال الولد ولم يختصر. Okay. No, it's not mansub, it is a past tense. So the better would be if you say that the boy prolonged and did not shorten. I think both of them is fine. I'm just trying to see if that's really any grammatical or any meaning wise. but my mind is saying that I should say atala al waladu walam yakhtasir, or you can say lam yakhtasir waladu wa atala. I would definitely go with atala al waladu. Okay, so but you're very good. That's fine. Okay, as long as you know this lam is going with this one. So I'll give you both one. You can say 1, 2. Ata lam yakhtasir al waladu. Lam yakhtasir al waladu. Wa atala. This is what you said, right? But my preference would be this one. Atala al walad. Atala al waladu. Wa lam yakhtasir. So any questions? Did you guys understand this concept with the lam? Make sure you get the concept with lam, then inshallah I'm fine. Meaning whatever you understand. And it's not that complicated. You know, if you think lam is didn't, then any verb that you just simply can negate. Just I'll give you one more quick note that there's another way to negate the past tense, which is just by simply say ma. So if you want to say, for example, if you want to say if I want to say dhahab to, okay, dhahab to means I went, right? I just want to say I didn't. In English you can't. Can we do this in English? No, I don't think in English you cannot use the past tense verb to negate. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in Arabic we can. I can say ma dhahabtu. Here it would be same thing as saying I didn't go. Ma dhahabtu, which is same thing as lam adhab. Adhab. Okay, this is the same thing. Just a side note. Inshallah, when time comes, we will be studying them.